We're going to run your test today on a ZCS 1400. What we've done is we've taken the screen out of the unit. So the material is going to get cut and it's going to fall into where the granulator section is below. The reason we've taken the screen out is because the screen holes that we have for this unit right now are 1 inch in size, and so by having no screen in there, the material will flow down right into the granulator. Very simple. Sometimes we'll use a Z screen, which is bigger holes and stuff, which allows the film to flow through. But given your film, this is the way we see it is the best way to get the most throughput. So this will break it up. It'll come down here, which is the granular section, and cut it up. It then goes into a centralized vacuum system. These are your rolls right here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to unbale them and put them in. The reason is we don't have any material or metal detection on this system, and so we're going to have to basically kind of go through it by hand a little bit to make sure there is no metal in any of these bales that were sent to us. This is a control cabinet for it. The steps are fairly easy to start the unit. You first start the blower, then the granulator, hydraulics for the shredder, and then the shredder itself. We don't have a conveyor on this unit right now. They all come with conveyors. We don't have one on it because it's a test lab unit. And the remainder of the controls are just to indicate how the system is working. We've filled the full bin with your material. Took the whole pallet. You kind of see it up there. It's pretty filled up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run the machine when it gets down a little bit. I'm actually going to climb up there and go through that door. Look through the door so you actually see it processing. And then your material is going to come out right over here, and we're running it with no screen in the shredder, and we're going to run it with an 8mm screen in the granulator. We're going to start the system going now. First, I'm going to turn on the blower. And then we'll turn on the granulator. The hydraulics for the shredder. Then the shredder itself. So she's processing right now. It should start to flow through in a matter of seconds. And you're starting to get film coming through the system. Turn off the video every now and then. The reason for that is that these bins are going to fill up pretty fast. As you can see, it's already filling up now. Here's your material coming out. The shredder's not being stressed at all by the material in there. And this is the granulator. We can make the system run more aggressive, you get more throughput, and we just keep it kind of calm on it since it's a test lab unit here. We'll need to get some bins ready. This is going to fill up in about 5 minutes. So we're probably going to need 3 or 4 bins. steady flow of material out of this unit. Flowing. It's not bad at all. Not so bad. All right, we're gonna let it run for a while, then I'll turn it back on. The unit's been running for probably 14 minutes now, and we're on our third container. It's about 6 minutes of Gaylord that we're getting. There's no heat in your product. Nothing really difficult at all about this product. We're just working through it. Once we get it down far enough, I can show you the rotor. I'll get you a look inside there at it. But we'll just keep going, and nothing's being stressed again. The granulator's not stressed. The shredder's not stressed. What we can do is I'm going to turn it up a little bit and try and stress it and see how it goes. So I'm just going to turn off for a few minutes, change a few things, and then try and really stress the granulator. I'm just trying to stress. I did it to what we call, it's on pulse mode now, the stressor. Let's see what we can get out of it. No real stress on your shredder, but you see more activity here. And you can hear it now. Starting to see your ram stress a little bit. So we hit our overloads there. And now the ram will back off when it hit the overload. When this goes into the red and holds there for a little bit, the overload comes on and she pushes back. So it should relieve stress on the machine. Gonna go over and see how the input's coming out. Still getting a real nice flow. We're gonna need probably another 2 boxes, Paul. Right. This is going okay. Let's go back over, see how you're doing on your board. See how she was pinging when I was walking over here. What happens is the ram backs off on her. Everything's going. So I'm gonna turn down the stress on the machine right now. So I'll just turn her back a little bit. Now I'm going to show you the filming on the inside of the unit. Just climbing up here. This door is it's usually a maintenance door. We're just doing it so you can actually see inside the unit. There's the rotor coming at you. So you can picture the ram. So the ram's driving the material now towards the rotor, just right up there. Pulse mode, so she goes a little bit, stops, lets it catch up, goes a little bit, stops. reaches its full stroke after about 30 seconds, she'll reverse all the way and just takes the material. You see it right there, the ram goes underneath and just flows forward. So she goes. I'm going to go show you the material coming out now. Again, there's no real heat buildup on this unit. And if you saw the unit while the last few strokes, since there's no material behind it, it was allowing it just to come back around and come back at you. But if we had more material behind it, you wouldn't get that effect. But so the shredder's basically done, so I'm just going to turn off the shredder. Now the shredder's done. What's going to happen on the shredder, the ram is going to go back, which it's doing right now, to its final position. There's a sensor right there that tells it final position. Once you know it's all the way back, just turn off the hydraulics. With this material, you want to let the granulator run for another 5 minutes, make sure it clears everything out, and then run the blower system for a couple more minutes, make sure everything clears out of that. So it's a fairly easy system. So all in all, it took probably 18 minutes for one bale of this stuff. This is your bale over here. And if we pushed it, we could have gone faster on it, but your one bale took 517 pounds. It did it in about 18 minutes.